Hello, welcome back to Car Chat TV. I'm Oliver. I want to talk to you about hot hatches, fast, performance and practical as well. But more specifically, I want to talk about the Golf R. Now in 2019, VW Golfs, 10% of all VW Golfs were the Golf R. That's huge, that's colossal in terms of sales. And I just so happen to have a 2019 Golf R in black right here. Now it's the Gen 7.5. You could argue that the 7.5 is better looking than the Mark 8, the new one, especially because of the double bubble new headlight design. You'll have to let me know what you think about that. But in this video, I'm going to be chatting a lot about this car, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why the Golf R is the only hot hatch that you should be looking at. Reason number 1, it is fast. And you know what? Oh, I'm in race mode. Everything's just firmed up. The steering, the balance of the whole car is exceptional. And because it's a hatchback, the whole thing just feels so well balanced, and it builds that confidence within you to drive the car. I feel so small on the road. I've got great placement. I've got great visibility. And I cannot get over how good the steering is. You point, you shoot, it's so responsive. Tiny movements you do with your hands on the wheel and it just reacts, literally. Like that, bosh, I'm through. This thing has got an insane launch control. Let's check it out. So we're gonna put it in D and move it into S. You hear the revs just build up. Make sure you are in race mode. So let's get that. There's a button here for the modes, race mode. And then we are gonna slam on the brake, build the revs. Now I want to feel what this can get. Oh, here we go. Whoa! Oh my gosh, it's so grippy. Oh, and 4.6 to 4. That's quick. 4.6 to 4.8 seconds. They say that the Golf R 2019 can get 0 to 62 mph. Oh my gosh. Let me know if you're a Golf R owner. Maybe you've tuned it. Let me know if you've beaten the 4.6 seconds. Another reason, these cars are easy to tune. And you can get 60 to 70 brake horsepower immediately with a stage 1 tune. It'll cost you around 500 to 600 pounds depending on where you shop. And honestly, if you're even more crazier than that, you can go even higher. And I've seen Golf Rs dominate Ferraris, Lambos on the drag strip, and they get under 4 seconds, 0 to 62. It is insane. Some of the Golf Rs out there, maybe you're an owner, maybe you're not. Maybe you're thinking about buying one, but just know these off the line are insane. So easy to tune. Another great reason you want to be looking at a Golf R. It's all-wheel drive. It's got a HOTHATCH all-wheel drive system, and it is super grippy. It's so grippy that here in the UK, on these roads, it's wet, it's dirty, it's slippy. You're going to need that system, and you can't push the Golf R's limitations on the UK roads. 1, you've got to adhere to the speed limit, and 2, it won't go off track. It's nuts. The only way you really are going to test this car is if you take it on a track, and then you will see just how good that HOTHATCH all-wheel drive system is. But at the moment, the sun is kind of barely out. The roads are dry, but there's elements of mud and dirt, and I cannot throw this Golf R off course. It is literally insane. Honestly, it is such a grippy car. It's the ultimate daily driver. Let me explain. It's got 5 doors. We forget that this performance car has got 5 doors. I mean, it's stupidly fun, unbelievable, but it doesn't look too out there. Now, the head of VW design when they were doing the Golf R was what they wanted to get was respectability, it is a word, sportiness, restraint, and differentiation. Lots of fancy words, which basically says we want a subtle design to make it still look like a Golf. And they've done a good job. Anyone that doesn't know about Golfs, pull up to you on the lights and you're in this, they go, oh yeah, it's just a Golf. And they don't know it's a Golf R. You're gonna absolutely decimate them off the line. So I love the fact that it's a little bit of a sleeper, it's a little bit of a trickster. It's gonna fool people. You've got that practical element as well. 343 litres of boot space. Fold all of it down, get over 1,200 litres of boot space. So it's super practical. It's awesome. It's the ultimate daily driver. This is one of my favorite reasons, is the tech. The tech in this car, the digital dash, the design language that VW have chosen with the fonts and just the way everything is laid out. It's clear, it's crisp, it looks really cool. It speaks to the inner geek of me. And also, as you can see at the moment, might be able to show you some B-roll of this. I've got a lap timer on, which I can use at the track. I've also got some performance monitors here, so you can see what G I'm pushing, which is pretty insane. I'm just gonna throw this around, turn it back down this road. Yes. I'll have to pop it in reverse. Right, that's embarrassing. We'll keep it running. We'll keep it running. Don't worry. And that's what you can do. That's just proved it. It's maneuverable as well. All right. Big truck. Who was the winner there? Golf R. And also, this is very practical because the reverse camera is in the badge out of the boot. So when you reverse, that little badge goes, oop, opens up. So the camera is always clean when you reverse. I like that, hidden away. Just a cool little feature. Another cool reason, which this one doesn't have on, is the DCC, Dynamic Chassis Control. So in your modes, you can click there and you've got Comfort, Eco, Normal, Race and Individual, where you can change all the settings. So it's going to change the stiffness of your steering wheel, it's going to change the suspension. Now the Comfort is the one you want when you pay for that £850 option. This one doesn't have it. It's a good way of knowing if you've got it or not. Just hit the mode button and see if Comfort is there. It's not, so I'm sticking it in Eco, which softens things up a little bit, but the ride on this is pretty firm. But overall, suspension is great. It's not going to be a deal breaker because you want that firmness, you want that racing factor, and the whole car, the whole setup is so cool. But £850 for the DCC option, I think you should get. I want to compare the Golf R to some other hot hatches out there, so let's find somewhere to pull over, have a little walk around and talk about the design of the car. Right, let's talk about the exterior appearance of the Golf R, because it is so subtle and sleek, isn't it? We spoke a little bit inside about the head of design, what they said. They wanted sportiness, they wanted respectability, and they wanted differentiation and restraint. So I think basically all those fancy words mean we just want to make it look like a normal Golf with a little bit of sportiness, which you can see with the bumpers and the aggressiveness. It's lowered, it's 5mm lower than the GTI as well. And the lip at the back, the spoiler, if we have a little look at that, it's not too in your face or garish. It's just simply done. Let's talk about some competitors then, some other hatchbacks you might want. Ford Focus RS. Now they look quite nice, but they're quite garish, they're wide. Oh, we got the Civic Type R. That was bonkers before they did the new gen with that gorgeous big whale tail on the back. Or you've got the Cooper Leon 300. Maybe you want that, but we want to be thinking about the price point for the VW Golf R. Or the Audi S3 is another one, a little bit more expensive if you're a bit of an Audi fan. But the Golf R is subtle. It's elegant, isn't it? It goes under the radar. It's that sleeper compared to some of the other hot hatchbacks out there with a little bit more of an aggressive styling, you could say. But what I want to know in the comments right now, is this the winner? Would you have the Golf R over all of those? Maybe you want the Merc A45, that's just come in my head. Let me know in the comments, what car would you have over the Golf R? Right, more driving. Let me get back in the driver's seat. Let's talk about some stats in the Golf R, because you're probably wondering, Oliver, you haven't hit us with any digits yet. So we're looking at 296 brake horsepower, 380 Newton meters of torque. And that launch, you're going to get 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds to 4.8 seconds. I've heard different rumors of what people are getting. Some people have been getting it even lower, obviously, with a tune. You're looking at around 1,425 kilograms with the car. And when you're driving the car, you just don't think of any dive when you jump on the brakes or any roll when you go around the corners, because the car is it's so well balanced. And if you're loving this car at the moment and you're thinking, Oliver, I love the black, I love the model, where can I buy this? I've got it for you, right? We've got to do a big thank you to Crystal Motors, Clint and the boys. It's currently sitting at £27,000. Check it out. I think it's done about 40,000 miles on the clock. So if you're looking for a Golf R and you like the style of this one, then get over there, all right? And tell them Car Chat TV sent you. A little bit of a different one, a bit of a bonus reason is come down here. Look at this. You've got a little bit under the driver's seat, naughty storage. Look, if I lift that little flap up, you can put some stuff down there. Now, I don't know what kind of stuff you'll put in there. You'll have to let me know in the comments, but a little pocket of space could be handy. If you're still with me, thanks very much for still watching the video. We're going to go on our way back now to Crystal Motors. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the MPG, because bragging rights, you can go, hey, my Golf R gets 40 miles to the gallon. That's what VW say. But we've been driving the car for a while now and been doing bits and bobs. It's 19.3. I was just trying to build some suspense there. It didn't really work. I'm getting 19.3 averaging miles per gallon. So a long way off the 40. Maybe you've got higher than that. I'm thinking late 30s, being realistic. So you'll have to let me know in the comments, any Golf R owners, have you achieved that 40 MPG? So that has been our episode on 5 reasons why we think the Golf R is the only hot hatch you should be looking at. So let's have a little bit of a summary what we found out. The car is insane, it handles well, it's so much fun, it's so satisfying to drive. 4-wheel drive Haldex system, superb. Launch control, oh my gosh. I want to hear from some Golf R owners. Let me know in the comments what you've been getting 0 to 60, 0 to 62. We spoke briefly about competition. What would you rather have over the Golf R? You're gonna have to let me know in the comments. But if you want to have a little go and a test drive with this one, then you need to come to Crystal Motor Group here in Northampton. Big thanks to Clint and the boys for letting us take it out. As always, if you like the episode, throw us a like, get subbed, and we'll see you on the next one.